tried to stand on the on the terra firma of the truth. Toothbrush and razor probably won't use. Those things are, something that we use before we gather ourselves and trim and proper ourselves up for social interactions. Turn my back, hit the track on the headline, or hit the track and turn my back on the headline is, well, that's a liberating thing. Go on some grand adventure and turn your back on whatever huge societal expectations may be levied on you, and then I'm on my way to meet the moon on the bay where she's rising big and full and blue. The moon is a wonderful symbol of awakening in the night, of glowing in the dark, so to speak. And so there's my first, verse. There's my first verse of Counterclockwise. And it was meant to be something that would endorse individuals becoming unbound and unwound such that they can express themselves freely and hopefully with dignity, tolerance, compassion. I don't advocate a predatory lifestyle, but that's what that was meant to do. Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun to play. So. Right.
And then I was going to ask you, I know I already kept you for 15 minutes, but about the different, I know being on the border, you pick up a lot of influences from, America and Mexico and all over the place. Can you talk about kind of the combination of styles and cultures and that sort of thing in your music?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Well, I'm almost so close to the canvas there that I don't even see it.
Okay.
But, let's see.
So for a guy up here in Colorado, what can you...
Well, I never... How do I put this? I never knew I was using so many images that were so, place-specific. I always thought of, the border here, this imaginary line between cultures is sort of the central mountain. What I mean by that, I mean like the axis mundi, the center of the world. But any good storyteller, anybody who wants to be cross-cultural knows that the central mountain is everywhere. It's everywhere. Anyway, I like using Mexico and this imaginary man-made line between borders as a thing to dissolve, a thing to cross back and forth, such that it no longer has real meaning, because I think that that's the way that humanity is going to survive. I think it may be the only way to survive, and the only way to evolve as a species, as an expression of life. I think that getting rid of distinctions between religions and between, lifestyles. I don't mean completely ignoring distinctions, but I mean becoming more tolerant of them, and moving back and forth across these lines, these boundaries, these borders, until they finally become, recognized but basically meaningless, is the only way that it's really going to work. So it used to be that I just liked to tell stories of outlaws and sing the merits of rebel soul. It's rebel soul is its own reward, but now, as I progress, hopefully, and evolve as a songwriter, as a poet, as a storyteller, I like to use the figures, the heroes, the villains in Mexico and North America as metaphoric. And it's a ball, it's more complicated, but I think it's also, it can carry more weight, at least for me.
Okay. And then I'll give you one more question, and then I'll let you go. I guess when someone makes a live album, kind of the standard question is always like, well, does that mean that you're a live band as opposed to a studio band or something like that? And, with all of the talking about meanings in the songs and all that, how much of it is just fun, like putting on a good rock show,
Plenty of it is about that, actually.
Okay.
I think it's very, very important to put on a good rock show. That's everything. The 22 hours in a day that lead up to the show are designed to support those 2 hours. I mean, everything from putting gas in the diesel to running the spreadsheets and talking with management and the booking agency. Everything behind the scenes is done with to the best of everyone's abilities, and so those 2 hours are very, very important. I think it's really important to have fun at a show. I don't like to sit down at a movie or at a dinner or at a show, whether it be rock or jazz, but if you don't come away feeling fulfilled. And so the way we can fulfill people, I believe, is hopefully they'll find some meaning in our songs. And if so, great, we have a resonance as artists. But otherwise, I know that we're a very, very good rock and roll band, and that the music we create can be very fun. So we try to express ourselves at the top of those games each show.
All right.
And that's what we do.
Cool.
I think it's important. Like I said, I like paradoxes. I like to have meaning and mirth at the same time. And so that's what the rock and roll show is also for. I love Bruce Springsteen's approach. It's almost friggin', I don't know, like a jubilee or something. I love that.
Right, but he also has a lot to say too, right? So,
I mean,